Let's talk Ole Miss basketball. Alongside Coach Andy Kennedy, here's the voice of the Rebels, David Keller.
And thanks very much and welcome indeed to Buffalo Wild Wings. We have another edition of Rep Talk. Got a good crowd on hand. How's everybody doing? Yeah. Give it up for the head coach of the Rebels, Andy Kennedy. Hey, Coach. Good to see you, man. Man, just hanging in there. I know that you're ready to get a W this week. It's not Alabama.
It seems like an eternity since we've won a game. It's been a couple of weeks. A hard stretch for us, but we've got to continue to persevere, keep fighting, keep hope alive. You know, I think last year, if it proved anything to us, is if we continue to persevere, continue to play hard, hopefully catch a break, then you'd be amazed at what can transpire. So that's the message that we're trying to send our guys. They're crushed. You know, we had 2 heartbreaking losses on the road, one of which was to this Alabama team who we play next. You lose at the buzzer, then you lose by 1 on a foul with under 2 seconds to play at Georgia. You come home and you play a Kentucky team that very, very difficult for us to match up with, and especially when they're locked in. They were coming off a tough home loss against Florida. They came ready to play, knocked us on our heels, battled back, and couldn't get over the hump. And then we had our chances against the team that today was named number 1 in the country, the University of Florida. But as I said after the game, I thought we gave a winning effort, but we didn't make winning plays. And you're certainly not going to back your way into beating the number 1 team in the country unless you make the plays. So give Florida credit. We've got to dust off, get ourselves back up, and get ready for this next week.
It's been kind of interesting. You've had Perez step up, have a few games, give you some offense, get some good minutes. Early in the year didn't. Snoop White gave you some consistency there for a while. He's kind of fallen down. It's been kind of hard to get everybody on this, up at the same time,
Well,
if you will.
that's been our issue all year, David. You know, I've sat in this chair and we've talked about this ad nauseum, but the reality is we need Jarvis Summers to be an all-league player. And I think if the votes were cast today, he would certainly be first or second team all-conference. We need Marshall Henderson to be an all-league caliber player, and he certainly had his moments where he's shown to be such. We need other people to step up. We need some other guys, and Juan Saez, Dwight Colby, AJ, Snoop, they've all shown moments. But the consistency is what you talked about in that 1 or 2 possession game here or there, getting us over the hump. So we've got to continue to work and put those guys in positions to be successful, and then ultimately we'll live or die based on how we produce.
Coach, scouting reports. Alabama, you've already dealt with once. First time with Texas A&M, that'll be on the road. I know that one's kind of out of your radar right now, but Alabama Wednesday night.
At this stage in the season, obviously I've seen everybody play when I'm scouting or watching or scouting other opponents that these teams will be playing. Obviously very familiar with Alabama. Trevor Relaford's had a tremendous career at Alabama. We've got to do a good job of limiting his touches. He dominated the ball down the stretch, scored 14 of their last 16. Got to make some adjustments to some of the things that we did wrong the first game, but hopefully come out with the passion that we're going to need in order to stop the bleeding and garner some momentum as we hit the road again with a trip to College Station. A lot of people sitting at 7-7.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And to be honest with you, it's still within the realm of possibility. If we could win 4 straight, we could get into the double bye range. I think we could get into the 4th slot just based on tiebreakers and what other people have to do, because some of those teams have to play each other, ourselves being in that mix. But there's still a lot to play for. My hope is that we can correct some of our errors and move forward, get this team a win. It needs it for the morale moving forward.
So that's upcoming Alabama Wednesday night. You got a 7 o'clock tip-off, 6:30 our airtime on the network, and at Texas A&M Saturday, and that's going to be a 6 o'clock tip with a 5:30 airtime. So, Coach, thanks so much.
Okay, thank you.
Wish you best. Get
Thanks,
up,
guys.
Andy Kennedy, head coach of the Rebels. When we come back, Chase Morgan is going to have This Week in the SEC, and then right after that, we'll be visiting